Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Hare over here. And with Tarkir Dragonstorm just being released, um, and a few cards I'm liking from that, you could probably see from my most recent standard deck, which I'll have either linked up there or down in the description. You can either, it's not preliminary to watch it now, but I would definitely check it out. Uh, what made that me want to be at that Abzan deck was Skirmisher Rhino, which was a re-release, pretty much a fixed version or what was originally meant to be the original Siege Rhino. This is a deck that's like for me to saying, oh yeah, let's play 4 skirmishers, 4 siege rhinos. Let's have fun with the deck. Um, there's probably some changes I could make to the deck, but I've been finding in playtesting that I'm actually liking it quite a bit. The 4 Elvish Mystics, 4 Llanowar helps with some of the odd ramp that I have in the deck. Unlike my standard deck, in which I'm not as top heavy as I was, but still getting ramping into some of these heavier things is actually quite nice with the Mystic and the Llanowar. 4 swords, and granted, I was originally playing some Path to Exile as well, but I'm just finding that it's like, oh yeah, the 4 swords is more than the 4 swords combined with the 3 virtues of persistence just allows me to do gives me enough removal in the deck. 4 Esper Sentinels as draw, combined with Luminarch Aspirant, just makes his power grow. Uh, Ephemerate, hello, getting the reactivating Skirmisher or the Siege Rhino, and I have killed people with just going Ephemerate, Siege Rhino, drain you for the last 3. Um, the Luminarch Aspirant, it's mostly in here to power up the 2 Rhinos, power up Esper. It's I've played this in Modern, I've played this in other formats. I'm happy with this card. Uh, the stars, Skirmisher Rhino and Siege Rhino, yeah, they have big butts and they cannot lie. They drain life and it's a life swing. Virtue gets stuff back to my graveyard or my opponent's graveyard, destruction, whatnot, and the 3 Phyrexian Flesh Gorgers, combined with Ephemerate, combined with the Persistence. This is, I might bring it out as a 3/3, but sometimes, oh look, I just dropped a 7/5. No real sideboard, most of the main deck is somewhat understandable. I'm wanting to hit green and white as soon as I can, so it's mostly the 4 Temple Gardens along with the 4 Epither Triomes to make sure that I can hit the green and white untapped. I have the 1 Lush to... I have all the 1 of each of the Surveil lands. Yeah. Mostly so I can potentially meal. The Virtue can bring them back, get rid of dead top decks potentially. Why I'm doing 1 of each is I do, especially in this deck, I do not want tapped lands. So, but I do play 2 Overgrowns and 2 Golden Shrines. Again, I'm not needing, it's especially hitting, I really don't need to hit, I need to eventually hit black and white, but just hitting the green in the early games, potentially for the Llanowars, potentially hitting the white for the Esper Sentinel is important. While I'm playing 2 and 2, but why 4? I have 4 Temple Gardens. It's green for the Lano, for the 2 elves, and for the Esper Sentinel. So yeah, and 4 on-color ramps of Marsh Flats, Verdant, and 2 Windswept Heaths, just to make sure I have all my colors hit. But yeah, let's jump into some actual matches. This I've had much more random success with this Timeless Rhinos deck than I did with my standard brew. Again, link down below and should have popped up at the beginning of the video. But yeah, I'll see y'all in just a moment when the first game starts. And first game starts against AJ. Okay. Uh, keep this. Verdant Catacombs. Racket. For Overgrown Tomb, Pay to Life. Elvish Mystic, next turn, Windswept Heath into the Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine, Pay to Life. Prototype out the Phyrexian. This somewhat sucks that I'm like somewhat heavy on lands at the moment, but Shadowy. I'm gonna keep that on top. Play the Llanowar Elves. Attack for 3. And the cycling always helps on these guys, but yeah. Let it resolve. I'll lose the 1 life, but I'm gonna source the Ocelot. A little bit too. Okay, I can take this. I'm gonna, yeah, heal. Attack with the... and end the taunt. I might just cycle that away because I've hit most of my... yeah, I'm 2 lands short from bringing out the Virtue. I'm just gonna cycle now. Not exactly what I want to see at the moment. I'll definitely play it out. Goodbye the swamp for now. Pass the taunt. Actually, yeah, next turn I can outright cast the... I probably should have played the temple, then bought out. Play the 2 life, play the Virtue. Play the Elvish Mystic. Yeah. I can now start holding back the Llanowars and just have them act as a Detorrent. Okay, that's actually okay. We gotta allow those to through swords. Cancel. Pass the turn there. Resolve. Swords the loss. I was confused by the the Elvish blocks the Corpse Knight. Oh yeah, it's whenever a creature dies, and yep. Cycle you away. Ephemerate, yeah. They've got this, so it. I was just not drawing into any of my active threats, so yeah. Let's get into the sync game, shall we? I'll see y'all in just a moment. And here we go against Battle 4. Okay. I think I can actually make this walk. Yeah, it's not gonna be an absolutely like the prior game, an easy turn 3 Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, but what I'm thinking is the Triome into the Lush Protocol potentially, depending on what the opponent plays. The Lush and play the Elvish. What I'm thinking. Okay, opponent, what's the hold up? Oh goodness. I'll be back in just a moment, folks. Okay, we're back. Guide of Souls. Keep that on top, play my own. There must be a slight solver connection issue at the moment, so. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. This is interesting. Yeah, I remember. No blocks. Let's go here, Verdant. Let's go Overgrown Tomb, Pay the 2 life, Flesh Gorger. Pass the turn. Next turn, Plains, and I might Luminarch and the Arcthwain Scorn on the Stoneforge. Okay. Okay, no blocks. Yeah, plains. Actually, I'm gonna do the monk. Actually, the Stoneforge would have been the better choice. Because I think they can start double casting at this point, so they can just reattach the Koi Steel Cutler onto something. What are they? We are either dealing with solver issues here or Luminarch. But a count on the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. I'm not gonna attack here. What are you planning, opponent? That's what I want to know. So, Stoneforge. Mapping what? No matter what, they can put it onto the... They grab a second one. And it... Okay, it costs 2, so they can actually either hard cast the second... Then hard cast the cutter, or even put it into play via the Stoneforge. I'm actually liking what I'm seeing over here. Yeah. Oh, it's... Hold on, folks. I'll be right back. Hi, we're back, folks. Yeah, I had to exit out and whatnot, and... Yeah. Completely exit out the program, out of... It looks like I'm... Yeah. My opponent's got this, so... It is what it is, admittedly. But I'm gonna get into one more game. Admittedly, that was a pretty cool deck, that I was going up against, but I was just not winning. I'll see y'all in just a moment when we get into the last, deck. See ya. And we are back. Okay. I am actually liking what I'm seeing here. I'm thinking marsh flats into yeah, back the marsh flats. Grab the yeah, the temple garden. Pay the 2 life. Pay land of Wiles. Next turn, potentially swamp into the Luminarch Aspirant. Turn 3 Siege Rhino. Or swamp into the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger, potentially. Okay, yeah, let's play here. Crack the Windswept Teeth. Into the Godless Shrine. Oh, I can't even do the... Yeah, because I'm lacking the second black sauce. Let's put the count on the Llanowar Elves. Attack for 2. Oh, we're having another... I'll be one. There we go. Lay out the swamp, lay out the Siege Rhino. Let's put a counter on the Luminar and pass because if I attack the Shambling Gas, will just block, and the -1/-1 will just go onto the gas. Okay, Forest. Yeah, let's go the Skirmisher Rhino. Attack like this. I can't exactly go into the 4-power Flesh Gorger next turn, but yep. Due to excessive Death Touch, goodbye the Siege Rhino. You lay out the prototype Flesh Gorger to peel. Attack with the Skirmisher Rhino. Oh, right. How? That was a silly mistake on my part. I will fully attest. Enter this tab, put the count on the Flesh Gorger, pass the turn down. Let's see what the opponent does here. And admittedly, I always find it a little funny that some things like Sheardred is like, oh, so big, so powerful. Then it's like, so like, power 4/5, Death Touch. It's like, really, is Death Touch really needed on the situation? It's like, there are situations of multi-blockers and whatnot. Sign 1 damage, if you can give it trample. Though most decks really don't, but still. Menace and lifelink. I don't know why I keep forgetting that the Flesh Gorger is such an oddity in this way. Lush. Goodbye to the Triome. Boost up the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Next turn I'm gotta put the count on the Flesh Gorger and pass, and then next turn put another counter onto the Rhino and attack with the Skirmisher and the Phyrexian Flesh Gorger. Okay. And the reason why I'm doing that is mostly on the basis of sacrifice an elf. Yeah, and it looks like I would have drawn the Virtue, which sucks a little bit. Knock there. Yeah, the flesh gauntlet dies, but gains some life back. Oh yeah, but they have the sinking. Luminol gas sprint. Put 2 counters there. Yeah. I'm at 5 health there. They're at 34. I have no board wipes in this situation, and not enough removal to really make it work. But hey, it the deck isn't perfect. It does its stuff. Um, I definitely want to refine it for the future, but it needs improvement. So leave your thoughts about the deck down in the comments section down below. What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on Tarkir um, Dragonstorm? Next week I should be getting into a actual limited draft environment. So yeah, as always, folks, I'll see you around.